Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel where I talk about stationery, planning, productivity, and books. This week I actually wanted to make a different video. I wanted to show you how I'm setting up my gorgeous, can't wait to use it, yearly notebook for 2025. But when I sat down to do this, I realized that really it's such a chaos in my stationery, all of my planning supplies. So instead I decided to go for this video first to organize all of my stationery, show you some of the new things that I got for my planning, all the stickers that make me happy, all the pens and other tools that I think are amazing for planning, like these new 1P Uniball pens that I just got from Japan, and in general share a little bit about the tools that I use, the supplies, show you some other planners, some other notebooks that I've chosen for the next year, and also chat about things that I don't think are necessary for planning. Actually, maybe none of these are, but anyways, I love them so much. So my goal for this video is to organize everything that I own and also decide what I want to use for my planner. And I decided to divide all of my stationery into 4 categories, and this will be planners, notebooks, and covers, stickers and washi tape, so all kind of decorative elements, pens and pencils and markers, and also all the additional paper supplies, craft supplies, and so on. First, let's go through planners and notebooks. And if you watch my other videos, you might be looking at it like, what? Because I always say that I'm a one planner person and I have no idea how there are people who have 5 different planners. Yes, that is true, but planners, not notebooks, because I have all kind of different notebooks and journals, so let me show them to you. First thing is planners that I'm using right now. This one, as you might already know, is the Common Planner by Sterling Ink. I absolutely love this planner. I use it every single day, and I love the weekly spreads. Vertical weekly spreads is something that works really well for me. But recently, I faced a problem. I kind of underestimated the amount of writing I will have to do this year. Because last year I also was using a Common Planner, but I was using full year. And this year I decided to go for compact. If you take a look, you'll see that this one has way more pages. But the problem was that last year I really did not know what to do with all of those extra pages at the end. So I went for the compact. Huge mistake. So this year, when I ran out of pages for my notes and daily plans, what I decided to do is to get a productivity planner. I will definitely film a review of this planner, and I'm telling you already it will be very critical. Even though I'm using it, I have too many questions about it, and apologies for this. I really regret screwing it all up with a pen. I really tried my best to remove it, as you can see, but it didn't work out. So I really regret doing this by accident before filming my review video, because I don't want it to look like I ruined it on purpose, because as I mentioned, review will be quite critical, but still I think it's serving its purpose as just the daily pages for my everyday planning, and it's a 3-month planner, so I use it together with this one. And no, I will not do that again. As I mentioned, one planner is something that I feel very comfortable with. That is why for next year I went for this one, and yeah, I definitely will never run out of pages, and I think this is the right decision. So this is what I'm using this year. I absolutely love the Common Planner. There is a review on my channel, the full flip through. I will do another flip through. It's been 2 years since I've used their products and I absolutely love them. And the only reason why I switched to paper test designs is because I wanted to try a different kind of layout. Apart from this, these are amazing planners. These not so much, but for now serving its purpose. Apart from planners, I also have 2 notebooks that I'm using for my university notes and for language learning. This one is a simple one. So it's a very simple notebook, very simple layout, just my notes on French and maybe a little drawings occasionally. I really don't like writing translation because I believe that it stops you from being fully immersed in the language. So sometimes I do different little drawings instead of writing a translation for these words. So this is the notebook that will stay with me. There's nothing special about it, but I think that for language notebooks, I really prefer rings because sometimes you make some messy notes during the class and you probably want to rewrite it nicer. So it's very easy just to take the page out and then rewrite it or adjust your notes. So that is why I really like this one. And the other one is a Hobonichi notebook that I've had for ages, and I absolutely love those. And I think that if you need a notebook with many pages because the paper is so thin, really, these are all of my notes from 2 semesters in university. And I think the paper is holding up really well, and I absolutely love the design. I think this design is still available on their website, so I really recommend it, and these are definitely staying with me. The next category is I bought you and I don't know what to do with you, because, well, the first one is a Hobonichi Weeks. It's actually from 2023. I've made a video where I'm trying to make it work as a health journal, and I put the sticker 2024, and I was trying to create some kind of health tracking situation here, but no, it didn't work. Actually, I didn't buy this notebook. My boyfriend did, and he overestimated, I guess, his ability to use paper-based planners, so that never happened. I honestly do not know what to do with it. I don't think I will be using it for the next year. The only idea that I have is because I have this channel, maybe I need to make videos about certain layouts, certain planning techniques, so I will just leave it for those purposes. I think that's an option. And the same for this notebook. It was very cheap. It's from the store called Flying Tiger. I think it's one of those stores that sell all different kind of stuff, not only stationery. And it's the same thing. I've been trying different things here, but mostly it stayed completely empty. So I will keep those 2 just in case. But honestly, if they don't work for me, then I just have to get rid of them, which is very frustrating because I absolutely love this cover. A while ago, I made a video with different ideas on how to use your 5-year journal, and I completely failed. This used to be a Hobonichi 5-year journal, but now I actually made a different notebook inside of this one. So I kept the cover, but I put all kinds of different papers inside, and it's kind of serving as my 5-year journal, but more of a collection of photos and different memorabilia, so not very organized. I think I will keep it, but actually I'm not using it, so I'm a bit frustrated about that, and I don't think I will get a 5-year journal ever again, even though I think that video was pretty good. So if you're someone who has it, go check it out. But it did not help me, unfortunately, because I think this is just something that feels very intimidating, the obligation to write every single day. I really like the idea of Sterling Inks 5-year journal because I think there is a flexible system of dates there. So if you miss a day or even a week, it's no big deal. So I think that one is pretty good. But for this one, because it was dated, it felt a little bit pressuring. So I ended up not really using it. Now I will show you 3 notebooks that I have by the brand called Paper Blanks. I absolutely love the cover design, not so much the paper, and probably my dream notebook would be a Tomoe River paper notebook with some fancy cover like this. You've probably already seen this one on my channel. This is my reading journal for this year. I loved the cover because it's the Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, but again, I underestimated the number of books that I would be reading because I even thought that this would be a journal that I will be using throughout several years. So I started with like 21, 22. And so this year, I've already read quite a few books, so they simply do not fit here. And even though I love the journal, I will definitely do a flip through after I finish it. I love the notebook. I decided not to go for the same notebook, the same series for the next year, even though this was my original idea, but I will show you a bit later what I'm going to use. And the other one, actually by the same brand, this is something that I'm definitely keeping, and this is also a reading journal, but this is an annual reading journal. So this is a quick recap of all the books that I've read, well, since I started tracking my reading, which was 2018, when I read 4 books and all of them were nonfiction. Yeah, and this is how much I've progressed over the years, and now I've already read more than 70 and most of them are fiction. So this is just a recap of everything I read. Again, I will make a video about how I set it up for 2025. I think this is a great idea and I really like this notebook. I think they're gorgeous, not probably as planners, but as something that you're intending to keep on your shelf for a long time and use it for a long time. I think they're really beautiful. That's why I bought another notebook from the same brand, and this is my poetry notebook. What I mean by this is that I really love poetry. I haven't read poetry in a while, but I decided to create my own collection of poems that I love. So I've only started it recently, and that's what I like about it. It's absolutely no pressure. So I can stop and then I can get back to it in a couple of weeks, months, years. So I have a couple of poems here. I've also recently started translating poems by Ukrainian poets. I'm Ukrainian, if you didn't know. So the poems that haven't been translated to English before, I've started translating them to English just for fun, and then probably to share with my friends who are interested in Ukrainian literature or poetry. So I think this is also something that I would like to include in this notebook. So the conclusion, these are good notebooks. They're very beautiful, but if you are a Tomo River paper fan, probably not for you, and you will never get a 500-page notebook from this brand. That is why, if this is just something that you want to have on your shelf and use it for a long time, I think they definitely would work for that. But I don't really see them as my everyday planners, even though this company has some planners that they release. So this was gorgeous, right? Mary Shelley, Frankenstein, the art, just look at this cover. So it might be quite disappointing that I decided to go from this for my reading journal to this, but I promise you it makes sense. So first of all, this one was a lined notebook, and this brand, the problem of this brand actually, well, maybe not the problem for some people, but definitely for me, is that their range of dotted notebooks is very limited. So I decided to go for a dotted notebook. I did not want to buy something super expensive because there are all of those amazing, beautiful brands that are based in the US. I'm based in the EU. So no, I wanted to have something cheap, dotted, and with a great quality of paper. And then I remembered about Rhodia because I've tried their paper before and I absolutely loved it. So this is what I'm going to be using for my reading journal for the next year. I already found some stickers because I really hate what they're doing here with the cover. So I'm thinking about covering it, but then you have this gold book here, but even like that would probably make sense. So that is just a thought. And again, I will definitely make a video about it. And I love these notebooks. There are enough pages, way more than in that pretty notebook. And this is what I'm going to use in 2025. And I completely forgot about this guy. This was a Hobonichi, I don't remember what it's called, just Hobonichi Techo, I guess. And my first videos on YouTube were actually only shorts with collages based on the certain book written by the author who was born on that day. So for example, I would post on January the 1st. So let me open up. Yeah, so the 1st of January is the birthday date of Salinger. And he has this short story called A Perfect Day for Banana Fish, and this was my collage inspired by this story. Then, well, the 2nd of January is Isaac Asimov, 3rd of January is Tolkien, and so on and so forth. I gave up on it in April, but I really enjoyed these collages. I'm not sure if I will ever continue it. Please let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video with a flip through of all of it. I think there are like 3.5 months of collages, because I feel like all of those shorts that I was making, they were not getting a lot of views and not a lot of comments. So let me know if you're interested in seeing this, but I definitely want to continue this kind of collage aesthetic in my new reading journal. Let's see how it goes. So I'm keeping this definitely, and I think even if I never ever continue with it, it's still such a great notebook just to have a look and remember about all of these books that I learned about and all of these authors, and just look at these pictures. This is the Sharp Objects collage, by the way. Pretty creepy. Now to the stickers. My sticker situation is an absolute mess, so I decided to organize my existing sticker books in a box like this. It's just a box from IKEA. It has a whole bunch of different things here now, but I think that I just want to put all of my stickers there. But also I got 3 of these sticker books where I've already organized some of my stickers, and I will also create one specifically for a reading journal. I'll show you. This is just a sticker album, and I think those are great if you have this situation. I'm not planning to transfer a lot of these stickers there yet, but for example, some of them, like this one, I used it a lot, and a lot of those pages are half empty, as you can see, so I think it would be good to transfer some of those. As you noticed, a lot of my stickers are from this brand called Izobova Store. There is an Etsy shop. Please check it out. And I always promote this brand on my channel. I've been using their stickers forever. In Ukraine, they're known under a different name, but the Etsy store is run by one of the illustrators. But the founder of the brand is Ukrainian. So I'm always glad to promote businesses from my country, and also look at this art. So I just want to take a moment to thank them so much for this gorgeous sticker book that they sent me, and also tell you about something exciting that they're planning for Black Friday. So from 29th of November to the 1st of December, you can enjoy the Black Friday discounts up to 70%. They also have this new packaging that is absolutely adorable. I kind of ruined mine when I opened it, but just look at it. I really enjoyed it, so I believe it's also great as a gift if you order it. It comes in a beautiful box. And also, they will give you a gift if you order from them till the end of the month. There is no minimum amount of purchase. So if you order 1 sticker sheet or 10 sticker sheets, it does not matter, you will still get a gift. So you will get this gorgeous sticker sheet with a fox girl and also this beautiful carrot bookmark. And this is what I got from them in my recent parcel. There are a lot of these gaming related, gaming themed stickers, and I definitely know where those are going. Those are going on my boyfriend's postcards and things like that. Then there are some of the Halloween stickers with death and decadence and dark academia, and some of these stickers that I think are very cool for title pages or collages, and these are the same stickers that they're using for their packaging, so I love the colors. And also I got this sticker book, which I honestly really have no idea how they came up with this, because this is such a unique product and I just would like to brag a little. So you have a list of all the historical eras that they decided to touch on, and you have Egypt, China, ancient Greece, and Rome. And I think those are great if you are a history student or reading journal spreads for movie spreads, because a lot of them are quite dark, but I think it also serves an educational purpose. So probably something like this would not be a very cheerful sticker set for you to use for your planner, but definitely I can see how I can use them when I write some notes about art or do the book reviews. So you have all kinds of different periods of time. As I've mentioned, not all of them are very cheerful. So for example, you also have the war times. And when I saw it, I had very mixed feelings. So I asked the brand owner about it, and she said that when you're focusing on all the important events in history, you really cannot omit this. So I definitely see this sticker set as something educational, something that helps to raise awareness of the conflicts that are happening in the world nowadays. And also I think this would be a great sticker set for a movie or a book spread. So all the sticker books will go here, and this is why I actually like the format of a sticker book so much, because you don't lose them as you can lose individual sheets. Apart from the sticker books with characters, I also have sticker book like this, which I got from Hema as well, but I know that I have a lot of audience from the US, so you probably don't have this store, but just the principle, I think it's very good. It was very affordable and it has different icons, so I think if you're someone who likes using icons and labels in your planner, I think this one would be a good option. So I really like it. The only thing is that the quality is not that good because you see all the sheets are falling out. And this one is a very similar one. It just has different dates. So usually you wouldn't need it if you're someone who is using the dated planner like I am this year. But for the next year, because what I'm planning to do is I'm going to use this horizontal layout, but also make my own vertical ones. As you can see, I've already tried it. And now I need to put a date here. I feel like these stickers are a bit too big, and honestly, this is something that I don't understand about a lot of sticker books like this one. So I know that probably these people who designed it, they do not really use bullet journaling or planners like this, but this is just huge, and I see that a lot. I see a lot of very, very big stickers, because I think a lot of people do not realize that there are different kinds of spreads, and if it was like 3 times smaller, it would be a perfect sticker. But still, I like the colors and I will try to make it work, maybe for daily spreads, but I'm not sure. I like the idea. They're also kind of transparent. And yeah, I will try to use it, but I think this is one of the purchases that I definitely regret. Apart from the individual sheets and the sticker books, I also have this one. This is a sticker book. It's an actual hardcover book that, yeah, I find it's really gorgeous. It's a great gift. I got it as a present, and I think it is beautiful. I've used it quite a lot for my reading journal, but in general, I think it has the same problem as the sticker book that I just showed you. A lot of stickers, they're just too big. They're just huge. So I use them for decorations. I use them for title pages, things like that. But honestly, I don't know if I ever in my life will use all of them up, because really, they're just really, really big. And if you have one of these books, because I think it's a series of them, please let me know how you use them. I think if I do journaling, I could use them in my journal, but really, I don't know, they're just so big, but nevertheless, they're very beautiful. I really like that the texture is not that shiny as the classic stickers. So I think it really depends on the vibe that you want to create around your journal. I think these would work very well because they're kind of vintage looking. Now I have 3 of these. These are exactly the same, just the blank page sticker books, and I've already used some of them for my sticker organizations. I think they're pretty cool if you have individual sheets like that, or individual stickers in my case, just lying around. I lived in China before, actually quite a few years ago, but then already I was buying a lot of stickers, and most of these stickers, they come from Taobao, which is Chinese version of AliExpress or Temu. I wouldn't really compare it to Temu because Taobao also has like different brands. Like for example, you can buy Chanel lipstick on Taobao and it will come from an official Chanel store. So it's not like that. It's just a huge, it's more like an Amazon. So these were the stickers that I had, and I really did not know what to do with them. So all of these large stickers I put in here. And again, I think I will be using them for my reading journal or journaling in general. And I think these are pretty nice, and the color really matches the cover of this planner, which I like. And these are some of the colorful ones, and the sizing is made precisely to fit into the sterling ink planner that I'm using right now. So I really have to use them up till the end of the year, but I don't know how, because these are very summery and now it's winter time. So I decided to organize my stickers logically. So these were just random ones here, but then the second half is all the stickers that are related to traveling. And these are just some random ones from the same brand, but just included here, just leftovers. But then next we have different countries. So for all of my traveling spreads, I have them right here, which I think is great. The second one is kind of empty for now, and the third one I still need to organize, but I've already done some preliminary organization. So this will be my reading journal sticker book, because I feel like I'm one of those people. I know this is very banal and everybody's doing that on YouTube, but I fell into the trap, and I'm also into all this vintage brownish aesthetic when it comes to reading journals. That is why all of those stickers that kind of fall into this theme and color palette, they are here. And also what is here is the star stickers that I'm not a big fan of, because the background is very white, and both reading journals that I'm using have cream paper. But everything reading related is here, and I really love it because sometimes I want to go to the library or I want to walk around and I want to do journaling. So I like the fact that I can take one notebook and just take it with me and have it all together. Some of these stickers are just the printed pictures from Pinterest, and I actually need to find all of the other ones and put them all in one place. So that's what I'm gonna do. And also these are the book covers. So what I do for my reading journal, I print the books that I read, and then I stick the book covers just to make it a little bit more colorful and visual. And I have TBR list on Goodreads. So these are all the books from my TBR. Maybe not all of them because I haven't printed some of them yet, but a lot of them are already here. So I just print them, cut them out, and now whenever I read, for example, this book, I can just unstick it and put it in my reading journal, and they're easily moved around, which I really appreciate about this kind of organizer. And I have the smaller size and then the bigger size for individual pages about the books. And as I've mentioned, all kinds of stickers for the book journals, like these stars, for example, they all come here, so I find it very convenient. So at this point, all of my stickers are in the box. Everything that is loose sheets will go into these sticker books, so I think that's a pretty good arrangement. But there is a lot of empty space here, so what I'm gonna put here is all the additional things, like this one, for example, and let me just talk about them for a while. So this is the category that I call random, because those are not stickers, not necessarily decorations, but a lot of random things. First, I have some craft paper. Some of it I bought literally ages ago, but recently I decided to use it. So I bought these, and I'm planning to make some postcards out of them. So I don't think they will go into the box, because my principle is things that I keep here are the things that I often use because they need to be accessible. What is this? These are the tabs, and I use them quite often because I started annotating my books again. I am making a video, it's in progress right now, about how I annotate my books, so stay tuned. So I believe they can go into the box, no problem. Then I have the whole bunch of papers here, and most of them are completely useless. These I do not find useless. Those are just blocks of writing paper, and I have been using them actively. What I like to do is to take a few of these sheets and keep them in my planner cover, or just at the end of the book even, because when I want to take some notes, I think they always come in handy, and I try my best to keep them close by. So they definitely will go into the box, and when I run out, I will definitely buy again. Now, these ones. I have no idea why I bought these. I had this idea, and look how many of these are here. And I think this is something that I definitely need to stop doing, because I would watch some content online, I would see someone using something like this. You know, if there is a goal that you really want to focus on, you take a separate sheet and then you color it and you keep it in your spread. Yeah, I love it. I used it. I like the idea, but also I just simply do not need that many, because I will not be using it every month probably. So for now, I will try to make it work. If not, I'll just give it away to someone. And same for these. So these ones are just the note pages, so I'm fine, no problem with those. But then here also, you see it fell apart. You have the daily spread, and then you have the weekly spread. So if you already have a planner, why do you need those? Why I bought those? Because I thought that I could compensate for some of the missing pages that I ran out of in my planner, but I ended up buying another planner. So no, I don't think it works. I will probably give them away already and just get rid of them. Some other random things that I have are these. These are the calendar postcards, also from a Zobova store from the same brand, and they're gorgeous, but the year is coming to an end, so I cannot really use them. But what I like about them is that the pictures, all of them are round, so I think they would look pretty nice somewhere on the cover of a reading journal or a planner or a new month. So I'm definitely keeping them together with my craft supplies, or even on postcards, because I definitely think I will use them. The next random thing that goes into the box are these stencils, and I also find them very useful when you are not very good at lettering, and that's me, or you need some specific shapes for your journal, well, in my case, for reading journal. I don't use them that much for my planner, but for the reading journal, they're really useful, and I like the fact that they're thin. If you use rings, they go into your rings. I feel like this video is getting too long, so I will try to be quick when talking about pens and highlighters. My favorite highlighters of all times are Tombow. You can see them on every single spread that I have, and recently I started using them for book annotation, and as you can see, on any kind of paper they work perfectly. Midliners, even though they're very popular, I am not a big fan of those. I think they're a bit overrated, and I will use these, but definitely will not buy this brand again. I don't know, they really don't work for me. I would better invest in Tombow. I also have one of these Koi brush pens, and I'm not a very big fan of the quality, so I don't think I will be using them again. Now I have a Staedtler permanent marker, and I think it's essential if you're using the plastic transparent sticky notes or tabs, because the regular pens usually do not write very well on those, but this one, it's from Staedtler, it works really well. I have one liner from Pigma Micron, and those are perfect for sketching. I might use them for my reading journal. Uniball, it's my favorite brand, but this pen seemed a bit too watery, so I don't really like what it looks like on Tomo River paper. I also have these vintage Zebra Sarasa clip pens, and I love the colors. I think they're very beautiful. I wish they were 0.3, not 0.5. I think I definitely will buy some colors after I run out. Now to my favorite pens. The first one is Uniball Sino UMR 83, which was my favorite pen before I got introduced to Pentel Energel 0.3. I love the ink, I love how thin they are, but the design is not really my favorite. And thankfully, one of my friends Thanks to her, now I have this small collection of Uniball 1P, very popular pens. I like the ink too thick, a little bit too thick to my taste, but what I like about these pens is that even though they seem quite small, they fit any ink from the pens that I love. So even after I use up the ink, I will keep the pens and I will just use the ink from other pens to put inside. Before I got them from Japan, I also bought two on Amazon, and I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the fact that they are from Amazon, but one is already broken and I bought them maybe 6 months ago. And by broken, I don't mean I ran out of ink, but the mechanism itself is broken and it's quite upsetting. I also have some basic things like correction pen, a ruler, or tweezers that help me to gently take the stickers off the sticker sheet. They're all standard, nothing much to tell about them, and they definitely will stay on my table. Then I have a small collection of sticky notes. They're not very pretty, not very fancy, but I use them a lot mainly to take notes about something that is going to happen next week before I write it down nicely in my planner. For example, if I have an event, I don't know when it's supposed to happen, I would write it on a sticky note and put it on a corresponding week. I also have some index cards that I use to prep for my exams. This is what it looks like. On one side, I write the concept on, and on the other side, the explanation. They're pretty handy, and I will keep those and might buy more. So this is the box that will usually stay on my table. All of these supplies are something that I use, and most of them, as I said, I will definitely buy again, so I can recommend. Now I have some stamps. I'm really new to this and I only have black and brown ink, some of the cheap stamps from stores like Hema or Flying Tiger, and this gorgeous handmade stamp that I ordered from Etsy and I'm using as my ex libris. As you can see, I don't really use a lot of pretty boxes. I just reuse whatever boxes I have in my house. To be honest, I rarely pay attention to the box that stores my stationery, and it's always nice to reuse something. For example, this is a gorgeous packaging from the Sterling Ink planner from last year. I think they changed the packaging this year, and I still use it as a storage space for some of my other stamps and also some of decorative papers. But to be honest, now it doesn't really fit them because I have more papers that I would like to fit. So I will have to use a bigger box. And again, it's not a box that I bought specifically for organization. It's just a box from these powder nail polish brand. And this is where I keep my postcard collection and this fake money collection, photos, things like that. So I think I will have to transfer these into another box, probably a bigger box, and this one I will keep for everything that I might use for my journaling. Also, as you can see, I keep the paper covers, the outside covers of hard covers that I buy because I really don't like what it looks like, and I might use these for my reading journal. I think that would be a good idea. So all of the decorative papers, everything like that, all the craft supplies, paper craft supplies, they go into this big box. Here is another box that I will use for storage, and this is from the Etsy brand from which I ordered these gorgeous stamps. These two are packed because those are presents for my book club members. It is a nice box, but it's been empty, so what I want to do is cut off the lid and just use it to organize my washi tape, which is just a mess. And again, not a big fan of buying boxes, especially if they're plastic, so I'm just using whatever I have at home. A lot of these washi tapes came in a set. Apart from these ones, these I bought from Paper Test Designs. These are the ones that I'm planning to use to make vertical spreads because the planner that I bought is horizontal and I want to make my own vertical spreads. And the other ones are just decorative washi tapes. To be honest, I bought them as sets because I thought it would be nice to have a set of matching washi tapes, but Now I think I will use them up and I will be only buying individual washi tapes or maybe smaller sets, because honestly a lot of tapes in these sets, they're really boring or different in terms of style, so the only thing that unites them is color, and I don't think it's a very good match. So all of the washi tapes will go into the box, and some that are left will go into this small box. But I believe now it's more visual because it has no lid, so I can just take out the box every time I want to journal and use some of the washi tapes. And that was the last part. That is it. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Please share in the comments your opinions on some of the products that I mentioned. Also, if you have something to recommend, please let me know. So share your favorites in the comments, and I'll see you in my next videos.